tell you guys something. First of all, I'll just say it's been a while since I've done any content on Candace Owens, and that's been on purpose because I needed to just take a step back because watching her and listening to her and seeing what she is doing to the legacy of Charlie Kirk and then her attempt to destroy all that he built and to come after his wife is just wrong. So I'm going to do my best. I haven't done much content on Candace Owens lately because, to be quite honest, I really didn't want to give her the attention. And I really just wanted to focus on things that would add value to my audience. However, I got to get this out. Let me get this out. So let me tell you something. Envy will make you evil. Okay, not petty. Not a little salty, not, oh, she's just misunderstood. No, I mean evil. And I mean what I'm saying when I say evil. And how you know it's evil is because when a person cannot celebrate what God is doing in your life, even if they don't agree with everything that you say, but when they start trying to explain away the good, do everything in their power to tear it down or to turn it into a scandal that isn't even there, that's when you know that we're not just dealing with a disagreement. We are dealing with a concerted effort to be evil and malicious, and it's coming from a place of envy. And that brings me to Candace Owens. And she's got this new little investigative series trailer that she just dropped called The Bride of Charlie. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to play this trailer, and then I'm just going to go ahead and give you my thoughts. So let's take a look at this.
Trump says that Kirk has died after he was shot from a nearby building.
After being shot at Utah Valley University.
The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead.
The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
I didn't even get to give him a kiss goodbye.
That young man, I forgive him.
Take your time.
Erika Kirk has been named the new CEO of Turning Point USA.
My husband's dead. I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead.
It's weird to say excited.
Describes her husband's funeral as the event of the century. Merch, hats.
We have 50,000 plus hat orders.
Nobody knows why she's out there in a glittering pantsuit in a recreated tent that her husband tragically was murdered in, throwing merch out.
Everyone grieves differently, so if someone's acting weird, don't read into that.
Zionists, the Prime Minister of Israel, all lied through their teeth about Charlie Kirk.
Her operation was in Constanta, the epicenter of Romania's trafficking scandal.
We are conversations to have with a 15-year-old. I'm going to touch your butt.
$8.6 million to their own shell company. What is going on?
We have nothing to hide. My aunt used to tell me, never do something that you don't want on the front page of a newspaper.
I'm sorry, you guys. To be honest, I really didn't want to play that. I don't want to give this woman not near view. However, to give you context as to what she wants you to believe is there, but where nothing exists, I needed to show that. And so you've got Bride of Charlie, an investigative series. And I'm sitting here like, you want me to believe that this internet project ponytail grifter turned Jew hater is now an investigative journalist whose investigation has led nowhere? Like, she's yet to prove any of her wild and crazy assertions, including her own deletion attempt by the French legionnaires, right? She's misrepresented and led you down a rabbit hole. And my question is, did the FBI close that case or is it still open? Like, we have questions. Whatever happened to the assassination attempt on her life? Listen, Nothing this chick is involved in or engaged in as of late can be considered journalism. This is not journalism, and Candace is not seeking truth. I stand by that statement. This is a personal vendetta with a thumbnail and a salacious trailer to match. And all it does is it satisfies all the people who already hated Charlie Kirk, who's already hating on TPUSA. And it just gives the retarded low IQ people who still believe that Candace is on to something. It gives them a new little mini series for them to watch, because opening up a book and doing something intelligent is just too hard and too high level for them. So they tune into this schmut. That's what this is. This is a character assassination, a PR stunt dressed up like a documentary with a nice little filter on it, because when you can't build and when you've lost all of your own credibility, all you have left is to burn it all down. If you can't have it, nobody else can. And that is the part. This is the part that really gets me. Envy doesn't just want what you have. They're not satisfied with that. Envy wants you to lose what you have. You can covet and be like, oh, I wish I had. Envy is like, no. I don't just want you not to have it. I want you to lose what you have. I have seen people do this. And instead of the envious person putting all that negative and hateful and spiteful energy into building something for themselves, no. They get obsessed with everything that you got going on and everything that you do, and they make it their personal mission to tear you down. And this is what we are watching. And it's not, I'd like success too. It's, I can't stand that you have it. And since you have it, I'm going to go out of my way to destroy it. And listen, the scriptures have been calling this mess out since forever. Let me read you Proverbs 14:30. It says, a tranquil heart gives life to the flesh, but envy makes the bones rot. Did you hear that? Envy doesn't just hurt feelings. It rots the bones. This is why Candace is out here looking crazy and unhinged and going week after week and day after day, because she has allowed her hatred and her jealousy and envy of Erika Kirk to destroy her from the inside out. You can see it. It's in her face, in her mannerisms. She has no joy. In fact, though, she gets a perceived sense of joy by doing what is evil and unthinkable. And for all the naysayers out there that are like, well, we all have questions. That's not it. You can have questions. You can even have concerns about the way this investigation has going, and answers that are like, this kind of is weird and doesn't make sense. But my question is, how come her questions and her accusations and her conclusions cannot be corroborated or substantiated, but you got to squint like with one eye and tilt your head and like cock your shoulder up just to see what she tries to make fit in a round peg into a square hole? This entire saga has turned that woman's mind into a crime scene. Every innocuous thing that Erika Kirk has ever done, Candace is going through it with the fine-tooth comb. She gonna rake through it because she hates her and she hated Charlie Kirk. And we've already been able to substantiate that. Dave Rubin was like, she said it out loud. She hated Charlie Kirk. She hated Erika. She hated the life that Erika and Charlie built. And she wishes that she had what they had, but she's too much of a wretched wench to attract that kind of positivity and happiness and joy and contentment in her own life. And so the reason why I am so aggressive when it comes to me talking about this because let me just get personal for a second. I've lived this foolishness, not on this scale. At least the person that thinks they were attacking me thinks they were on this scale, but I've watched somebody make it their life's mission to stalk every move I make. I'm talking, I can't breathe without them all with their head up my tail, calling my church, going around trying to make people that don't even know me hate me. Everything I post, everything I say, who I'm with, where I'm going, what I'm building, how much it costs, how I'm charging this, how much this costs to do that. All they do is have this it is a sick and twisted obsession, like they're on a payroll to do it. Like they clock in every morning, get a lunch break, they check on their 401k. They're doing all of this. And do you want to know why? They do it because they don't actually hate you. They hate that they are not you. They want to be you. They are mad that they are no longer in your orbit. Oh, please believe. Oh, they can't stand it that you moved on and that you built something amazing that didn't include them. This is what Candace is going through. Charlie moved on. He moved in silence. He was like, listen, me and you, we not going in the same direction. I'm good on you. You stay over there. I'm way over here. And he proceeded to make something great. And people like Candace, they hate to see you walking in doors that they can't access. They hate that God is giving you favor and they can't even figure out how to counterfeit it if they tried. They hate that you're becoming, and quite frankly, they're still sitting in the same bitter chair. Right where you left them, that's where they are. In the same miserable little outfit, in the same spiritual stagnation, the same rants, the same hatred. They hate it because they want to be where you are. And they're mad that you didn't bring them along with you. So what do? Oh, they'll start twisting and analyzing your words, looking into what you said and what you didn't say and how you said it, who you camming up with. They mad they can't cam up, and they will, if they had the opportunity to do it, they would, but they can't because they have no credibility. So what they do is they start framing your motives, right? They start building a narrative, and then they'll insert themselves in the narrative, and you're like, how did you make yourself the center of attention in this? Like, you weren't even there. It didn't involve you. Like, there's no cross-reference to include you. But you got to understand, because they really wanted to be a part of it. They just wanted to be a part. But just like Charlie, you cut them off. Charlie cut her off. He severed ties with her and her dead weight and her toxicity, and it's eating her up alive. And the thing about it is, while Charlie was alive, like, she couldn't get to Erika while Charlie was alive because he was the stopgap. He's like, no, what you're not going to do, we're not going to do this. He was too much of a gentleman to just allow it to get that way. But now Charlie's gone. So it's open season for Candace Owens. She's pulling out all the stops. Actually, in fact, I told y'all she never stopped. I told y'all she wasn't gonna stop. I said, I know this pathology. I know these narcissistic types well. She is gonna keep going. She's gonna continue spreading her lies and her innuendo because it ain't because it's true. She's doing it because people like Candace, they need other people to hate you too. So they do it because if they can get other people to hate you, they don't have to sit alone in their misery and their jealousy. They need you to join the party. And the thing about it is, the Bible calls this out too. Let me read to you. James 3:14-16 says, but if you have a bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your hearts, listen to what scripture says is going to be there. There will be disorder and every vile practice. Every vile practice. Did you hear that? There's no limit to the vileness and the manipulation and the lies. We've caught Candace in lies. We've caught her actually misrepresenting. And then she'll act like it never happened. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. What I said was, or she'll go right up to the line. She'll go right up to the line. Every vile practice is there. And that means jealousy. If every vile practice is there, jealousy is the gateway drug, right? It doesn't just stay in the feelings category. No. All we have to do is look at what Candace's jealousy has turned into, and you will see all of those other things. You'll see the slander, the manipulation, the smear campaigns. Oh, it's all there. And then after the smear campaigns, it's like a perpetual obsession. The obsession. The straight up demonic behavior castigating Christians, advocating for things that the Lord hates, all of this, every vile thing, it's wrapped up in concern, right? I'm telling you, Candace hated Charlie, and it is obvious because if she loved him, she would never be so classless and so low down and so gutter that she would have never gone out of her way to hurt his family like this. Yes, Erika and those children are his family. She's trying to get ahead of the investigation to put this cloud and this odor of mendacity around his widow, and has you all out here thinking that she's doing the Lord's work and she's just asking questions. Those of you who are still saying that after everything she said that has been debunked this far, you're the low IQ retards I always thought you were. Absolutely you are. And I'm not going to take that back. I ain't apologizing for it. That's what I think about you. It said a lot. The way I saw people, the way I see you evaluating this demonstrates to me the kind of character and the kind of person you are. Stay away from me. I don't have nothing to do with you because you can't be trusted. Because if you can see Candace do this to Charlie Kirk's widow, I don't care if it was whose ever widow it is. If you can see someone do this, it's not like, hey, Erika Kirk is a person of interest and the news media and the FBI and the prosecutors have said that. It's her putting in your mind that she should be a person of interest. And in fact, she's kind of moved away from that. She's just trying to cloud your judgment to make you feel a certain kind of way about Erika Kirk for no other reason than the fact she hates Erika Kirk. So what's wild to me that she is considered the loyal and trustworthy friend when a friend would not go out of their way to hurt his widow and his children and his parents and his sister this way. They just wouldn't do it. And what's wild is when the narcissistic sociopath like Candace Owens, the more they try, they work hard. It's a full-time job. The harder they try to ruin you, what you'll notice is the more God elevates you. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Erika Kirk, y'all, for the Super Bowl, put on an amazing halftime show. Something that America could be proud of. Her and her team. There are so many amazing things that Turning Point USA has in store this year alone. But what burns Candace up is that Candace isn't included in any of it. She's not included in any of it. So since she's not included and since she's not a part of it, all she can do is mock and make fun of it from her basement with her beta male soy boy jellyback sodomite husband cheering her on. It slipped, y'all. I was gonna use the F word, and forgive me, because Yes, oh well, listen, I could cut that out or maybe not. I don't know. Listen, Candace and her hatred and envy and jealousy, y'all, this is her playing checkers. But I hope you guys realize the Lord, he is playing chess. He is playing chess because every time she attacks, thinking she's trying to close a door because she thinks she's that powerful, God opens two more. She tries to embarrass, or the person that's the narcissistic sociopath tries to embarrass you. All God does is he uses it as exposure. When they try to cancel you and get people to hate you, and somehow, by God's grace and mercy, you end up with more of a platform, more opportunities open up, you get more momentum, and it's all for the glory of God alone. You know, you get to be the beneficiary and the recipient of this unmerited favor and grace. But it's amazing to watch God work on your behalf despite you have somebody always trying to. Everything you do and every waking move you make, they are right there, just being evil and being wicked. Because envy is noisy. Oh, it's so noisy. It's just like, you'd be like, go on, get some joy. You ain't got nothing else to talk about. You have nothing else to talk about other than who hurt you, how they hurt you, right? Envy's noisy. But the favor and the way God, for the world to see when he elevates you, that is so much louder than the noise of that person's envy could ever be. So at this point, y'all, Candace Owens, she's become the kind of person who, like, she can't just disagree and move on. No, when she is narcissistically injured, when she has that narcissistic injury, she has to orbit. She's got to monitor and fixate and obsess, and she's got to poke and prod and perform. And the saddest part is when envy is driving, you will wreck your whole life, your whole career, everything that you've worked for just to prove that you were right. That envy will have you out here burning bridges that you should have honored and just been grateful for. You will trash relationships that you should have treasured. You'll destroy credibility that you didn't even earn on your own. And you do it because envy doesn't build legacies. It builds bonfires, and it just wants to light the match and set everything on fire. And here's the warning. Here's the warning for any of you listening out there. Guard your heart. Absolutely. Because if you keep feeding jealousy, you don't just become a hater. No, you become a person who you can't even feel joy anymore. You can't celebrate. You have no peace. You lack gratitude. You become spiritually addicted to the outrage. And this is why the Bible does not treat this like it's some cute little afterthought. No, envy, dear ones, it is listed with the works of the flesh. When we read Galatians 5, enmity, strife, jealousy, fits of rage, dissensions, divisions, envy is listed in the list. It is all there. So this should be a cautionary tale to everybody who is watching. If you are watching this and you are listening to me, and if you're watching people online and you watching them and you get a little tight chest, because they're successful, they may have more views than you or a bigger platform you or a bigger audience than you. They look better than you. I don't care what it is. If their success makes you irritated, if seeing them blessed makes you start investigating, if the doors that are opening for them makes you want to expose, that's not discernment reeling up in your heart. That's jealousy. That is jealousy. And jealousy will make you do unthinkable things to harm people. And the whole time you'll be self-deceived, convincing yourself and making other people believe that you're the victim. So today, no, I'm not just calling out this blasphemous, mean, vindictive, baseless trailer full of innuendos that don't go together. I'm calling out the spirit behind it. I'm being bold and I'm proclaiming that it is malicious, and it absolutely confirms that Candace Owens, that chick is not a good person. I don't even want to be in the same room with her ever. And I'm glad that she's exposing herself, because I'm telling you right now, if she would do this to her friend and her friend's wife and family, Lord, please, I would hate to see what she would do to George. George, you better blink or something. Let us know you okay. This chick crazy. I am telling you right now, don't ever become so obsessed with tearing somebody else down that you miss the fact that God was calling you to repent. He was calling you to grow up and to do better, calling you to work on the things that he's called you to work on. But you can't do that. If you're walking in all of this bitterness and hatred, the Lord doesn't bless bitterness. He just doesn't. He's looking for a humble and a contrite heart. There needs to be humility there. So if you're dealing with envy, kill it, slay it, confess it with your mouth, crucify it, lay it at the foot of the cross. I am pleading with you. Ask God to cleanse you and to heal you of the brokenness on the inside of you that leads you to do these things, because envy rots the bones and it will rot your future in the process. And to all of the people, if you are out and you've been targeted by jealous trolls, listen, I smile and I have joy and I have peace and I have people who love me. Because one thing I told myself with this platform, keep your hands clean. Don't address them. Don't engage them. You get no attention. Erika's doing the right thing. Don't let us handle Candace Project Ponytail Owens. Let us deal with her. You got so many other things to focus on and things that are important. Don't engage. Keep your heart right before the Lord. Keep building. Keep shining. Let them watch you be mad. Let them watch the Lord open doors that only he could open for you. God will handle the rest. You ain't got to be out here constantly defending yourself. Only weak-minded people always got to go on a defense and be like, see what happened was, see, they attacking me. This is what they have said about me. No. God will avenge and he will fight your battles. But I'm absolutely calling this foolishness out, because this investigative series, this is just shameful. Like, she's just wicked. That's just vile. That's some dirty work. But anyway, y'all, drop me a comment. Have you ever dealt with someone who was so obsessed with tearing you down that they found themselves stuck, like couldn't move forward? And the more that you do great things, the worse off they end up. So I'm just curious to know if you've experienced that. And if you're new here, please like this video, subscribe, share this with somebody who needs to hear it. Envy and jealousy will eat you up, because envy is a liar. And I'm sorry, I'm just done. I'm done entertaining liars. So until next time, you guys, stand firm, stay bold, and above all else, stay unshakable. Grace and peace.